Hey right bags, it's Jade with an ARK news video today taking a look at the big news that ARK on Switch is finally getting an update as well as DLC. But they're also getting an exclusive game mode by the looks of things that not anyone else is going to be able to play. Also, does this signal hopefully in the future a PS5 update? Let's go. One of the reasons I stopped covering ARK as much as I used to in the past, the game that absolutely made my YouTube channel in the beginning, was because I got sick and tired of certain things they did. And one of them things they did was launch the Switch edition, promise that they would support it, and then totally ignore it for 3 years. They pretty much put this out in 2018, didn't do a single update, a single bug fix for it. They said in live streams they would support it with content going forwards, but that never materialized. After literally years of me criticizing, bringing it up in multiple videos, they never put a statement out, never replied to any of my tweets or questions about it, and they basically just ignored. It looked like they were doing some horrendous cash grab. They tried saying that they weren't in charge of it, someone else was, i.e. Snail Games, but it's been complete baloney. They've always been in charge of ARK on Switch, and it's definitely one of the things that's made me not want to support them. So I'm kind of pleased today that if it's still late, it's better than never. They've got their asses around to actually updating the Switch, or they will do anyhow. Basically in September there's going to be a update. It's going to hopefully give the Switch the much love it's needed. Apparently you're going to be able to buy the Ultimate Survivor Edition, and this will hopefully have all of the DLCs included. But there is a catch. And it's important also to talk about this alongside what might happen with the PlayStation 5 update. We're thrilled to share something special with our community. We're partnered up with a talented third-party developer to completely rewrite the ARK Switch code from the ground up with the latest version of Unreal Engine 4 to be released in September 2022. This new Switch experience will include enhancement and upgrades to bring it into line visually and functionally with the experience on Xbox One and PS4. We love how it's shaping up and feel confident you all will too. Prepare yourselves for a completely overhauled and updated ARK experience for Switch with all of the features, visuals and functionality of the other platforms. And don't worry, you will retain your progress and save data. It's a win-win. That's not all. The epic adventure continues with the launch of the ARK Ultimate Survivor Edition. September 2022, it'll be priced at $49.99, packed with hundreds of hours of content, including the relaunch of ARK Survival Evolved and Scorched Earth, with the additional massive expansion packs to follow in the months ahead. So this is where the catch is. You're not going to have access to all of the maps at launch. They're going to be launching them every 2 months. And if you know wildcards, you'll know that there is going to be delays. But it's a start. Like I said, I've been super critical. It made me question if I want to support a company that has just so shamelessly left something high and dry, or didn't simply explain what was going on. A simple statement saying that it hasn't met expectations, we're going to get another team to look at it. Anything would have been better than the silence that they gave or trying to blame it onto others. But it's good to see. You may think that Switch ARK is a joke, but obviously the Switch is still one of the most bought consoles and has been over the last 2 years. I do believe only last month it actually managed to get replaced by the Xbox Series X in Europe or UK. And that's the first time in like nearly 2 years. Even with the launch of the consoles, I don't think it was still enough to actually stop it being the #1 console sold. People love playing these games, they love playing them online. And if you've played ARK on mobile, you'll know that you would love a chance to play this on a Switch and not play the stupid cash grab that is on mobile. It's going to have a new cinematic story content to further expand the narrative of ARK Survival Evolved. Does that mean it's going to get more than what we've got at the moment? Probably not. It is just going to absolutely have more of that other stuff going into it. They are going to be launching the additional packs, Aberration, Extinction, Genesis Parts 1 and 2. Although tellingly, there's nothing here that says anything about the maps that are free. If it's going to have all the functionality of the Xbox One and PS4, I would expect it to have the free maps as well. And this is interesting, and this is cool. Young Explorers mode. Take a journey through the epochs in this new educational game mode that invites families and kids to learn about the fascinating prehistoric creatures that inspired the game. Young Explorers mode is appropriate for even the smallest of survivors. Maybe similar to Assassin's Creed History mode, where you can basically go tour and do stuff. This is a great idea. This is something I would absolutely love, not only on the Switch, but on other consoles and the full PC platform too. They're also going to be having proper custom server support powered by Nitrado Server Networks, which is the official sponsored partner of ARK. So all the improvements are coming to ARK Survival Evolved, of course, for free. Doesn't say that Explorers mode is going to be for free, but I'm kind of hoping, or I'm going to try and get clarity about that. Anyone that owns ARK Survival Evolved on the Switch right now, you're going to get the update for free that brings it into line with the Xbox One and PS4. And then you will be able to buy the expansion packs on top of that if you want. So I'm hoping they're going to be the same sort of deal, that it's not going to cost more than buying the Ultimate Survivor pack. So that's big news. The fact it's going to have an exclusive game mode that maybe some of the other console versions don't, that kind of sucks to me. I hope that is going to be something they look at. And also, what's going to go on with the PS5 then? Does this mean this is when we might see the PS5 update hit? Generally, they want to kind of gear up people to maybe go and buy new copies of stuff. So if they were to bundle the PS5 super duper upgrade at the same time as selling a physical copy edition of the ultimate game of ARK, that might be why we've not seen any news about ARK PS5. This has been my idea for a good while now, while they've gone silent. They said it would come out last year, and then they've gone nearly a year and a half without mentioning it again. Another reason why I kind of hate on Wildcard a lot of the time. They're so poor at communicating times. But yes, that's what I think will happen. I think when we get close to this, we'll see an announcement that the PS5 update may hit around the same time, as they're trying to basically sell the Ultimate Edition physical copies all over the world. I asked them on Twitter what's going on with some of the things I spoke about. Hopefully I'll get an answer, and I'll see if I can dig in more. The ARK Switch version originally was kind of rated as one of the worst ports or experiences people had played. It originally was done by Abstraction, the same guys that ported over ARK or helped with the PS4 version, and then subsequently did a lot of work on updates after that for a while. But then they cut ties with Abstraction, and I reported all of this in previous videos. In a very strange, weird way, it seemingly looked like Wildcard didn't want to pay more money to get the game up to scratch, with Abstraction coming out and stating that they would love to work on the game, but Wildcard simply didn't take it further. But everywhere you go, you will find industry analysis, people that rate different modes, stating how poorly the first version was. I've got to say, I've played a lot of survival games on Switch. I've tried things like Stranded Deep, Green Hell, Subnautica and more, and yes, it definitely has its problems, but I wouldn't say it's the worst. It was bad because it only offered the original island experience. There was no other maps, no other DLC. It had some of the old models from ARK and basically none of the improvements that consoles had had for about, I would say, 6 to 9 months before its launch. And of course, no updates. That was the one that was the most grumpy. Not a single event was added over the last nearly 4 years now. Not a single kind of bug fix update was added. So people that had problems with the game, you had to suck it up. And there was multiple reports of people saying the game crashed a lot, they lost their dynos, and especially on official servers where there was even less support. And again, more reports of people cheating and using software to hack the game. And so yeah, it kind of made the whole experience just not that great. Last thing to talk about is who's actually doing this port. Well, it's not Abstraction. Is it their mobile developers? They have got ARK listed on their website, and we know they obviously work on the mobile versions, but they also work on GTA series games like GTA 5 on mobile, whatever it is, and some of the other ports. So likelihood is they've probably got them involved, as I can't think of anyone else they'd probably want to palm their business over unless it's someone they've worked with who's already still working on one of their products, because ARK on mobile is still being worked on. But there we go. If we get any news about that Explorer mode coming to other consoles, I'll let you guys know. And as soon as we get any of the other questions answered, I will let you know. And I'm going to cover this. When it hits Switch, I am going to be all over this. So until next time, I'll catch you for more ARK news in the future. Bye-bye.